Well, in a documentary which goes out tomorrow on the BBC, Sir Mo Farah, Britain's most successful ever track athlete, has revealed that he was trafficked to the UK illegally at the age of 9 and made to work as a domestic servant. Now, today, the Home Office has said that there will be no action taken as children aren't held to be complicit in falsely obtaining British citizenship. Now, Tan, I could start with you. I mean, everyone would agree with that decision not to do anything about Sir Mo's status.
Agreed. Well, look, first of all, can I say it's incredibly brave of Sir Mo to come out in this way. And I think his story will inspire others to come forward. But I think at the heart of this, we need to bear in mind that thousands of individuals are trafficked every single year. In 2021 alone, approximately 5,500 children were trafficked into the UK, and that's only the numbers that we know about. So human trafficking in general is a huge problem, and individuals who are then, in essence, enslaved, working from a very young age in individuals' homes, hidden from the wider society. I think that this is a huge problem that we need to counter.
Do we have any idea how wide this is, Alec?
Well, I agree with everything Tam's just said there, and I think obviously Modern Slavery Act was brought in, which wasn't just a policy rammed through by the government. It had quite a bit of cross-party support because it recognised the importance of it. In terms of figures, Adam, no, I couldn't answer that question, but I think that what you do get on these issues across the House is quite a lot of trying to work together to find the best solution, because it is such a tough issue, and what we're seeing today with Sir Mo's story is just the life he led. And I just wonder if it's going to lead to anything with the people who took him in, whether there's going to be any prosecutions.
I mean, I have to say, it did strike me that there is a contrast between the attitude of the way in which this news from Sir Mo is being greeted and the way that, the children who came in openly in the Windrush generation were treated.
Well, again, I mean, what happened with the Windrush scandal, it really is a scandal. And, you had the Home Office getting rid of documents from years back, and we know what happened. And we also, I think most people would say it has been too slow in trying to resolve that issue. Ministers themselves have answered questions in the House and pushing back what's going on. So I don't think you can hide away from any of these issues. They're issues, they were wrong, and they have to be corrected. But I think, what we shouldn't turn our faces away from is that modern slavery and trafficking is still happening, and we keep trying to do as much as we can to try and tackle it. And it is something that goes across the House.
Of course, Kate, we've still got young children coming in on boats across the Channel. Does this mean they can stay now?
Well, I'm actually really interested that you've brought up the Modern Slavery Act, because the current Home Office's plan to try and halt crossings across the Channel is actually to make that Modern Slavery Act more difficult for people to say that they have been trafficked to this country. Now, the reason for that is that many people who come across the Channel in boats take advantage of something which is a gold standard. And I say take advantage in a completely neutral way. They say, I have been trafficked across the Channel. I'm here under the modern slavery legislation. I need protection. And the Home Office is saying people are using this in a bad way. We need to make it more difficult. So actually the protections that Theresa May's government afforded people are now being pulled back and watered down under the current Conservative government. So, I mean, that conversation is exactly the one that people will want to be having.
Yeah, and of course it comes back to changing situations. And, we just simply didn't have that route being abused in the way it was when we brought it in. And it is, as you say, using that loophole, try and say I'm being trafficked and I'm coming across that way.
But many of those people, the thing is, many of those people, charities and activists will say, are being trafficked. They are being told, you're coming here for a job. And actually, Tan, you said something about that these people are hidden in society, but they're sort of not. We know that car washes and nail bars and all of these places run off of this kind of labour. It's not an unknown thing in society. The question is how we solve that problem.
But the problem also is, in terms of migrants, when we're saying that individuals are supposedly taking advantage and whatever, I think it's more to the case that the safe routes of passage have unfortunately been curtailed by the government, so people are having to become even more desperate in their plights as they're fleeing, whether it's war or persecution. Now, in terms of what's happening also, with the Rwanda policy, I think all of these things will come, and it's actually toxifying the atmosphere. But the other question that we need to ask, Adam, is had it not been somebody as high profile and as celebrated a national hero as Sir Mo, had it been another individual, would we have been as accommodating, would the Home Office have been as accommodating? And I hope that the answer to that question would have been yes, but that's something that we need to ask ourselves internally.
Well, we'll see if other people come forward. I have to say one of the most amazing things I learnt today was Brendan Foster saying he first met Mo Farah when he had come 17th in a race as a teenager, and he knocked on the door asking Brendan Foster to interview him, and that at the time he had red, white and blue hair.
Yeah, and he said, come back when you've won something, didn't he?
Doesn't have much hair.